Hey, what's going on YouTube? This is Chris Massimo here, back with another Call of Duty video. I'm actually pretty excited for you guys to see this video just because the ending was actually pretty hectic and unexpected. And of course, I know I've been saying that a lot with a lot of the past videos. But, I just like to go ahead and give you guys content that I feel like I would personally watch and be pretty excited to go ahead and see myself. Of course, seeing win after win can get kind of repetitive and kind of boring in my opinion, so I like to go ahead and mix things up over here in this channel. So, as you can see, I'm playing a little bit of hardcore cyber attack, a few with my buddies, Esau and Chris from my last video as well. And as you can see, I was getting a few kills starting off the game pretty nice, but I feel like every time I would kill somebody, I would just go ahead and get killed. And I know that, some of you guys can go ahead and relate to what I'm saying because it's true. There's so many often times where I'll go ahead and respawn within the map or just spawn in, and then next I'll see somebody get a kill, and then next I just die instantly, and it happens. It gets pretty frustrating. At this moment I felt like I was dying a lot, and in this game, although I may not have died as often as I thought I did, I still felt like I did pretty bad. But then eventually, as I started seeing towards the end that I got as many kills as I did, I was actually pretty surprised. Now, as far as you guys know, the new season 4 just finally came out for Call of Duty, and I'm using the new gun, which is I think the CR like Max or whatever gun it's called, which is just basically the Galil. Out of the two guns that we got finally, which is the Galil and the Vector, I'm actually more excited to be using the Galil instead. And reason for that being is just because I feel like the Vector has just been a hit marker machine. Even in hardcore, I've been playing, and with that fast rate of fire, it's kind of hard to control that recoil. And the fact that I'm getting so many hit markers with it, it's kind of been disappointing to me. With the CR Max, I'm not saying that it's crazy good and it's overpowered, but I think out of the two weapons, it's probably be my most favorite. So what I've had more success with on the Vector though is that you do have to level it up and add the certain attachments. But getting like the 2-round burst has actually been pretty successful for me. I'm not really too comfortable with the iron sights though, so I have to go ahead and put an attachment on the gun. And with the CR55 Max, I feel a little bit more comfortable with the iron sights on this gun. Luckily, they're not too clunky and there's not a lot of stuff going on, so I can actually do pretty well with just using the iron sights. Now, what I love about the new Season 5 Battle Pass is that, obviously there's a lot more new characters, a lot more guns to unlock, and of course, a little bit more exciting with the whole, level reset, which is cool and all. Don't get me wrong, I like it, I enjoy it, but, I kind of wish things were like the old Call of Duty. I mean, you guys know what I mean, where, on the old Call of Duties, you can prestige, you unlock new calling cards, new weapons, or new camos or skins that show off that effort that you've done. What I dislike about this game is that, once you've hit max level, I mean, what's next? You have the same guns as everyone, you have the same calling cards unless you do all the challenges, but I mean, there's no really true way for you to go ahead and show yourself off or be different from everyone else. And it is what it is. I'm hoping to see a better improvement on the next game, something different to see, but for the most part, like I said, I do like it. I like the Battle Pass. I like everything that they've been doing lately. I just don't agree with the fact that, they've been doing 84 gigabyte, updates. Like, dude, what is up with that? Like, the fact that I had to delete so much games or so much storage just to go ahead and make room for this update, just to see that it's so minimal, just with, the implementation of, a few characters, a few guns and everything, and, a few Easter eggs that come in handy as well. But, when you really think about it, we did about 84 gigabyte update just for all this stuff, and, we still can't clear the hackers out of Warzone, and then for some reason, there's still crazy skill-based matchmaking that's going on as well too. So I still feel like there's a few other kinks that can, help turn around this game. But I'm sure the developers are trying their absolute best, so I completely understand. Now, back to the gameplay. This is where things got a little bit crazy. As you can see, it was super awesome that my buddy Esau was able to get the assassination, and I feel like that's his main thing that he likes to strive for. I swear, every game he's always trying to get a assassination, and sometimes it costs us the game. And meanwhile, my buddy Chris is always the team medic. Like, he's always telling us, like, hey, it'd be nice if somebody else go ahead and start reviving everybody else on the team, but, that's what we do. We're a squad, we run things together and we get the wins just based off of that teamwork. So sometimes people have to be the player with the most kills. I mean, someone else has to be the assassin and someone has to be the medic. We all work as a team. There should be no reason why we shouldn't be. So, things start finally turning around, and that's what I mean when it comes to cyber attack. I mean, it just helps keep things very exciting. The fact that you can be down 4-0 and then next thing you know, you flip the switch, and then all of a sudden you guys go ahead and get the comeback and you get the dub, and that's something that I enjoy the most. with team deathmatch, I feel like it just gets too played out. The spawns are just too crazy and ridiculous. Don't even get me started about shipment, but you know, everyone's just spawning ridiculous. You don't know where they're at, and then you know, somehow someone's right behind you and you end up dying. You know, it just gets frustrating. I like to go ahead and get those objective based game modes going on, and you know, you work for that win. You know, at the end of the game, I want to feel like I deserved it and that I actually was able to go ahead and play my heart out. And I know you guys know exactly what I'm talking about too. You know, you have those games or those situations where you know things are a little bit pretty intense, and you know, you're kind of like almost sweating and you're like hoping that you can clutch up the win, and then next thing you know it, like on domination, the score is 249 to 247, and you guys capped that extra flag, and now you guys just won the game 250 to 249. You know, it's things like that that just help me like get that adrenaline rush, and it's super exciting. Now, as you can see, I'm playing a little bit more conservative right here just because they saw me pick up the EMP. You know, I wasn't too sure how many people were alive left. I was kind of figuring that they were expecting me, which is why I just popped open the door immediately. But the moment I plant the EMP, I decided to go ahead and not stay in that same room. You know, the reason for that being is because if I would have stayed in that room, that guy probably would have killed me. You know, I would have known he was actually right there. Or, you know, people, as soon as they go ahead and walk into the building, you know, they're expecting you to be in a corner. You know, they're not expecting you to be outside. So, and worst case scenario, if they do defuse the bomb, at least I can get the drop on them and, you know, fall right behind them and go ahead and kill them again. So, I mean, just a little strategy or a little tip that I like to go ahead and do. So, right here was kind of the best moment for me to pop dead silence, just because usually when you get a kill, you don't want to stand in the same spot. Because, you know, in these situations, people aren't just running random lobbies. There's a lot of people that are running as a full team or a full squad. So, the moment you kill somebody, they're going ahead screaming exactly where they died or where they were killed from and trying to see where your last location was. And you always want to keep yourself moving, keep yourself at a distance. And the moment he peeked that door, I didn't want to go ahead and just rush straight for it because he could have just had a weapon drawn and probably get that shot off sooner. So luckily the teammate had that NBA vision and he was able to go ahead and get the kill off from a distance. Now, you know, over here, if you haven't already noticed, I kind of like to run the same route when it comes to, you know, my games, whether it's cyber tag, domination. Reason for that being is just because I like to give myself the edge. You know, I don't like to go up down those long alleyways where people can just snipe me from far away and I don't even see them, just because people in this game just like to snipe all the time or just camp in the back of the map. You know, luckily on this round I was able to clutch it. You know, I got that first kill over here, and what you're going to see is that I knew that there were other people around because, like I said, you know, everyone has a mic nowadays and people go ahead and tell you exactly where everyone else is at the moment that they die. And what I wanted to do is that, you know, wait for one of my teammates to go ahead and at least back me up or come and get the bomb. But, you know, luckily I was able to go ahead and run up this building, but I heard somebody behind me. So I don't know if that guy was just trying to pull an Esau and get the assassination too, but, you know, luckily I heard him and was able to go ahead and turn around and kill him. And since my teammates were just saying that there was somebody right here on the water side, I was just running down, but that guy was on the staircase, and luckily, you know, he was in the middle of reviving, and, you know, I know I got that kill, but to be honest with you, he just scared me. It was more of just a panic spray. And same thing goes to this other teammate. You know, I wasn't trying to get the double kill. I just got terrified and I was like, oh my gosh, and I just ended up pulling the trigger. So, you know, I got pretty lucky here. And what I love about it too is just the fact that, you know, if I would have died, you know, I don't know if my other teammates were still alive because I can't really see from their gameplay or from their perspective, but, you know, that could have cost us the game. But like I said, since we're a good team, you know, we had proper call outs and my teammates were able to go ahead and tell me exactly where the last person was, just so I was prepared for it at least. Now, you know, if you guys have made it this far, you know, the video is going to be coming to a wrap very soon, as you're going to see, you know, exactly what the crazy ending really was. And, you know, like I said, guys, you know, lately, I just want to say thank you guys so much for, you know, being a part of my, you know, YouTube career or, you know, my YouTube hobby or dream. You know, like I said, I don't expect anything from this. This is just something that, you know, I always enjoy. You know, I enjoy playing video games. I enjoy making content. I love that you guys get to see how I get to play. And, you know, I don't know how many of you guys actually really watch this or, you know, watch the whole thing. But, you know, every bit of it, I appreciate it. You know, the fact that we have 14 subscribers in about, you know, what, almost like 3 weeks or less than that. But it kind of just blows my mind because I didn't realize how many of you guys out there were actually willing to support me. And, you know, it just gets me more excited to go ahead and bring out more content to you guys, to see more videos like this. So, you know, as you can see, you know, this is our teammate. You know, the God Squad died. It was me and my buddies. We all just died. And, you know, we didn't think that the guy was going to go ahead and clutch it because it's just a random teammate. You know, it was a 1v5 at first. And I don't know what this guy on. Maybe he just snorted a whole line of G Fuel or, maybe some pre-workout or drank a full Red Bull. But this guy was going off. So, the other team was right there, as you can see. And, they got off a revive and he was just patiently waiting, patiently waiting. And, we were screaming at him saying, just go rush them, they're reviving. But it probably would have been, a pretty bad situation for him to do so, just because, they could have been waiting for him and they probably could have hurt him. So he played it very smart. At the time and at the moment, we thought that he wasn't doing so, and we were mistaken. So what you're going to see towards this ending is going to be pretty crazy. Now, what I do want to say is that before this video ends, I plan on uploading Call of Duty content at least every Wednesday, and then I'll keep Apex videos on Mondays and Fridays just to mix things up for the channel. So if you've enjoyed the video, I'd appreciate it if you consider go ahead and like, comment, or even subscribe as well too, or share it around to your friends. But back to the gameplay, our teammate had a 200 IQ play and just ended up waiting out the game so that we can go ahead and get the draw. So, smart move on his part. So thanks guys, I'll talk to you guys soon and I hope to see you in the next one. Peace.